Welcome back to another interesting video. As you all know, AI coding tools are getting insanely good right now. Claude Code, Cursor, GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, but there is one still massive problem. Every single session starts from zero. You explain your architecture again, even with your authentication, API, and other things as well. And honestly, on real projects that gets painfully fast. But I think I just found one of the most interesting AI developer tools I have seen in a while. So this exactly is ContextForge, and instead of replacing your AI tools, it gives all of them shared memory through MCP. Basically one memory layer for Claude, Cursor, Copilot, ChatGPT, all connected together. And the crazy part, you can start completely for free with no credit card required. So let me show you how this actually works. Alright, so as you can see, this is ContextForge dashboard. All you need to do for getting started is just click on this get started button, and here you need to create your account. You can create your account using GitHub, you can continue with Google, or even you can continue with email and password, whichever is convenient for you. So I'm going to click on continue with Google button here, and now you need to select your email. Then you can see I will just select my email right here. So the setup is pretty much simple. And one important thing, they have a free tier 2, which honestly removes most of the friction because you can just test everything immediately too. So now let's get started to use it. Now the big idea behind this platform is persistent AI memory, meaning your AI coding tools stop acting like goldfish every time you open a new session. And the really important part here is MCP. If you have heard about MCP recently, think of it like a USB-C for AI tools. Instead of every AI app having its own isolated memory, MCP lets tools connect to shared systems. So with ContextForge, Claude, ChatGPT, Cursor, Copilot can access all the same project knowledge, which is honestly a huge unlock because developers hate vendor lock-in. Nobody wants to rebuild context every time they switch tools. Now once you lock in, everything is organized into projects and spaces. Think of a project like one complete app or setup. For example, SaaS products, mobile app, AI startup, backend API, client project. Each one gets its own memory. Now let's create a project from here. So just click on this create new project button, and you need to give your project a name. Let's call it demo project here, and then all you need to do is just click on this create button. You can also fill the description if you want. Now as you can see, I will click on this create button. This becomes the main memory workspace for the app, and this is actually important because once the project exists, ContextForge starts organizing memory, get context, architecture decisions, and even AI knowledge all around this specific project. So where AI tools stop mixing unrelated context together. Now we also have the spaces option, and honestly, this is one of the smartest part of this platform. Instead of throwing everything into one giant memory database, you can split your project into focused knowledge area. For example, if you want to focus on front-end, back-end, authentication, development, or API, this means your AI tools can only search the exact context they actually need. So now let's create a space. First of all, just click on this create new space button, and you can select your project from here just like I selected the demo project, and here you can give it a name. So let's call it front end here. And you can also add description if you want to add some description here. Now this front-end space can contain things like React architecture, components, styling conventions, front-end bugs, routing logic, and even the UI system. Basically a dedicated memory section for front-end side of the app. Once the spaces is created, you can start adding the actual item here. Just click on this space, and now you can see there are loads of other options available. You can now start adding the actual items. Once the space is created, you can start adding actual knowledge items, and this is where ContextForge becomes more than just AI memory. It becomes the knowledge system for your entire code base. So if you want to store some your architecture notes, onboarding docs, authentication flows, API explanation, all you have to do is just click on this add item button, and here you can store all of your bug fixes, basically anything your AI should remember later. For example, I could write front-end uses Next.js with Tailwind, authentication handled through Supabase JWT, use camel case in TypeScript and snake case in databases. So that's all I added, and now you can see we can also add tags, categories. It's up to you if you want to add. Then you can just click on this create item button. And once you click on this create item button, your item is created. You can see our item is now created here. And this is honestly one of the coolest part. This is not just keyword search. It understands meaning, so later instead of searching exact words manually, you can ask like how do users sign in, and ContextForge can still find login flow docs, authentication middleware, dashboard access login, even if the exact word sign in never appears anywhere. And developers instantly understand why this matters. Now the other cool feature here is called snapshot. Just click on this snapshot button, and to access it from here, You can save the entire memory state of your project and restore it later. So if your knowledge base changes or gets messy or your team restructures things, you can roll everything back instantly, which honestly makes a lot of sense once AI agents start handling bigger projects. There are also built-in task system, and now if you click on the task system here, you can see all of your tasks, and you can also click on create task to create your first task from here. This is where things start feeling like less documentation and more like AI native project management. You can create bug fixes, feature requests, deployment tasks, roadmap items, and your AI tools can actually use that context while helping you code. So instead of AI only generating code, it understanding the project workflow itself. And honestly, this is one of the biggest thing here is not memory itself. It's shared memory across all AI tools. Code knows one thing, Cursor knows another, Copilot knows nothing from the previous session. But ContextForge is trying to create one central memory layer for all of them. And if this direction keeps going, AI coding agents are going to become way more powerful. And honestly, platform like ContextForge feel like the missing memory system AI coding agents should have had from the beginning. If you want to try it yourself, they do have a free tier with no credit card required. And I'm really curious what happens when tools like Claude, Cursor and Copilot all starting sharing long-term project memory together, because that might completely change how developers work with AI. So let me know what do you think about this idea and whether persistent AI memory is actually the future of coding tools.